Hi, this is the Eternal King, providing another deck tech. Um, Today, I want to continue on talking about bad decks, but also kind of the new champions that haven't seen kind of widespread success. So, today I want to talk about Nidalee. I think Nidalee is an exceptionally well designed card. But as we've discussed before, if a card is too conditional or perhaps a little slower, when compared to something like Evelyn, that kind of just drops on curve and is insane stats on curve. Nidalee isn't that, and so for that reason, her success has been more hit or miss. So I wanted to bring you kind of a cool version of Nidalee in an internal shell that I have found some, kind of limited success with, catches people off guard because, again, Nidalee has been accused of being inflexible. She only goes in ambush tribal, and that's not true. Nothing about her is actually related to ambush tribal. I've seen you summon or transform for other allies. So see the operative word here being summon. So you don't have to transform anything. Obviously, a transform is 2 for 1 for her level condition. But you know what else is a 2 for 1? Akshan. The way that summon mechanic works for Shrima cards, much like Azir, is that landmarks count as summons. So if you summon a landmark with Akshan, that counts as a 2 for 1. And it only costs you 2 mana. So again, it is actually quite flexible, Nidalee, the way that you level her. So in this deck, this is a mono Shrima deck. We are running Golden Ambassador, and the idea is to make our champions as big as possible and to strike spam as much as possible with our big champions. Of course, strike spam is kind of how Akshan is built these days, allowing you to remove your opponent's threats, but also draw cards off of Akshan. So I'll run you through the deck tech from the top. Prowl, obviously a key Nidalee card, buffs Bush, but also will push damage on your Akshan. Just the +2 damage is good enough. I'll absolutely run this, no problem. Shapestone, that's a key card in any Akshan deck because you're guaranteed the landmark, so it is a 2+1. So here are 2 turbo level cards for Akshan. Treasure Seeker once again, because I can't emphasize this enough that it is in general kind of just better than the other Shurima 1-drop, which predicts, in the extended card format, which is Eternal, where this card is available. Because you play it, you swing, if your opponent starts doing something crazy, like an Evelyn on curve, you can just Waking Sands and get that free block, and you're going to be happy to do that in most cases. Because you're not going to want to block with the Akshan, that's for sure. The other card is All Train Trooper. This is the best Bush card because it's the only Bush card in the game that transforms for 0 mana. So it's often thought of as just like an improvement over kind of Dune Surfer, which summons the landmark and gives you vulnerable that way. This is more controllable and it's faster. You can't summon a spider into it, for example, because you're choosing when to flip. Preservarium is a 1-of. This deck needs some draw in addition to Akshan. Merciless Hunter. Gifts for Renekton, is kind of a meme for a while because this card is that good. It used to be a 4-3, believe it or not. It was broken. As a 4-2, it's still a great card. And it is just a way of guaranteeing those quick attack trades. They're not really trades because it's a one-sided trade. So it's almost like removal on a stick in an Akshan deck. So very good. Quicksand is a 3-of. Quicksand is surprisingly good. I think I constantly undervalue this card, but every single time people just use it to remove 2 keywords and it just screws you. Where'd my Overwhelm go? Yeah, where'd my Elusive go? Well, it's not there anymore. Or you do the -4 and that's going to be fine too. Swinging Glaive is the only functional way to run Akshan these days. It's essentially your turbo level up, right? Because you're getting those treasures every time and it makes Akshan big on play. So yeah, Swinging Glaive, no surprise there. Vagabond, again, it turbos out your landmark, so pretty staple Akshan card. We already explained Golden Ambassador because we want our champs to be as big as possible in mono Shurima. Nidalee, trust me, she levels pretty easily in this deck. You'll be surprised. And then Siphoning Strike, we're 100% into the meme, like we said. We want our champs as big as possible. And Bruiser is kind of the other lucky find generator, and it's going to allow you to consistently flip those Akshan landmarks, even if he gets removed over and over and over again. It's not going to matter. You're still going to have ways of generating those lucky finds and flipping those landmarks and drawing those cards, and potentially just replaying Akshan over and over again. And of course, he's going to be bigger and bigger as the game progresses. So yeah, this is an example of another deck tech from the Eternal King, talking about a champion that is underplayed, underutilized, perhaps a little more flexible than people expect. Because I have found, again, limited success with this deck, and kind of running Nidalee outside of ambush entirely, and it's pretty good. So this is Eternal Kings signing out.